for our press review today. We're joined in the studio once again by Leo McGuinn. Hi, Leo. You're bringing us the latest reaction to the death of Raisi today, both in Iran and further afield.
Yeah, and I'll start with Iran. This is the Tehran Times, which is the country's biggest English language newspaper. They have the headline, Martyrdom in the line of duty. This was updated just a few minutes after Raisi was confirmed to have died, of course, anticipated for a long time before being officially confirmed. This is the country's biggest paper, Donya Ektisad. They have this on the paper, quite a simple headline, a tragedy for the president. I just want to show you a shot from National State TV. This is just before the death was announced, but you can see a very somber tone, both the anchors wearing black shirts with an image of the president behind. The opposition website, Iran International, is not in the mood for mourning his death. They call Raisi poorly educated, a man who blundered his way into the presidency. They say his weak speeches cast a shadow over his aspirations for succession. They also report on jubilation of many Iranians who they say have set off fireworks all over the country and expressed satisfaction on social media. I'll finish by showing you this piece in the Tehran Times. They discuss the other man who died in this crash, well, one of a few who died in the crash, Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian. He, of course, died in that crash as well. They call him a career diplomat. He was described as many by a hardliner close to the country's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard. He confronted the West while also overseeing indirect talks with the US over the country's nuclear program. Abdullahian represented the hardline shift in Iran after the collapse of Tehran's nuclear deal with world powers.
And Leo, you've also been monitoring some of the international reaction to Raisi's death.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, this news is making headlines all over the world. I'll start with the Frankfurter in Germany. They present him, Raisi, as the main architect of repression of women in Iran, repressing the protests triggered by the death of Mahsa Amini back in 2022. They say that will be a big part of his legacy. I'll bring you a couple of pieces looking at the future of the country without Raisi at the helm. The economists say that his death will spark a high-stakes power struggle, forcing the regime to find a new president in a quick amount of time. In fact, only 50 days. A new election must be held within 50 days. They note that the economy is sinking and it could be hit by further tightening American sanctions. This article says that not many of the older generation will mourn the death. There's a lot of animosity towards Raisi. He's remembered by many as the man playing a leading role in the mass execution of political prisoners back in 1988. They go on to say that Mr. Raisi's death would throw Iran's looming power struggle into chaos by removing one of the two leading candidates for Ali Khamenei as Supreme Leader. The Guardian have more on that possible succession. They say that Khamenei's son is now the obvious candidate to replace him, but many oppose a hereditary succession. They add that Raisi's death will really add to the sense of a country already in political transition. A new hardline parliament was only elected in March, in which turnout for some of the elections fell below 10%, and overall turnout was 41%. So it really paints a picture of a country in turmoil at the moment.
Leo McGuinn with today's special press review. Thank you very much.